Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with the next video in Bravo's Scariest Movie Moments Challenge, discussing Pet Sematary. Pet Sematary is a 1989 horror film, based on the novel by Stephen King. And King even wrote the screenplay for this movie adaptation. A scene from the film came in at number 32 on Bravo's list of the 100 scariest movie moments. The movie moment selected by Bravo for this one is the tendon slicing scene. That's, of course, when Judd Crandall is looking for the resurrected Gage around his house. Gage is hiding under the bed and slices Judd's Achilles tendon as he kneels down to check under it. This is definitely a moment not for the squeamish. But is it the scariest movie moment in Pet Sematary? I don't think so. Before I get to that, though, I just want to point out, this here is my original Paramount VHS release of the film. Pet Sematary was one of my favorite horror movies growing up, and I also love the Stephen King novel. Because of that, there are quite a few scary movie moments I'd like to mention. First, there's Victor Pascal's death, early on in the film. That dead body with those lifeless eyes. That whole sequence is chilling, especially when he springs back to life to talk to Louis, and Louis questions how he knows his name. Not long after, Victor leads Louis into the cemetery in the middle of the night. Of course, at this point, Victor's brain is exposed from the accident. He's a gruesome character, but a really good one. This scene in the cemetery is very atmospheric, with all of the mist and the sounds of the night. Louis thinks it's a dream, but then wakes up to find his feet covered in dried mud. That, to me, is scary, because, obviously, it really happened. Another scene worth mentioning is Missy's suicide. Something about watching people hang themselves has always creeped me out. Plus, there's that sound she makes. Yikes. It's also morbidly depressing. Then there's Zelda. Need I say more? Every single appearance of Zelda in Pet Sematary is terrifying. She's a character that scared generations of horror fans, even those that seem to be immune to other fears. For me, it's specifically the scene when she's choking that gets me. She calls out for Rachel in that creepy voice, and her neck and back are all twisted. Knowing that it's actually a man playing that role makes it even more disturbing. Zelda is absolutely the definition of nightmare fuel, and I know many others would agree. Of all the things and characters that never scared me as a kid, including Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Leatherface, Zelda is a character that actually did scare me. Who would have thought just a poor woman with spinal meningitis could incite so much fear among generations? Her threatening to get Rachel later on didn't help, of course. As a kid, I would have said any scene with Zelda would have been the scariest movie moments in Pet Sematary for me. But now, I'd have to change my answer, now that I'm a father. The scariest movie moment in Pet Sematary is the death of Gage. The first one, I mean, when he gets hit by the truck. Not only is it scary thinking of the reality of that, but it's so sad. That scene is shot so effectively, too. It's one I've never forgotten, even as a kid. Now, as an adult and as a parent, it hits so much harder. Stephen King himself says it's the scariest moment he's ever written. It's the way Louis is so close to stopping him, and then he falls. It's truly horrifying, and for me, is the scariest movie moment in Pet Sematary. But according to Bravo, it's the tendon slicing scene, at number 32 on the list of the 100 scariest movie moments. Do you agree? If not, which scene from Pet Sematary do you find scariest? Comment below and let me know. And please be sure to check out Jason's video to hear his thoughts. Which of Bravo's scariest movie moments will we cover next? Check back soon to find out. Until then, thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and, be kind, subscribe.